from the First Summit Arena in Johnstown, PA. This evening's PIHL matchup features the visiting Spartans of Hempfield versus the home team, our Bishop McCort Catholic High School Crushers. Bringing you this evening's action, yours truly, Ralph DeMarco, along with our hockey analyst, Boston Bradley, and, of course, our stream producer, Dr. Fran Brown. The Dream Team, it's senior night here at the First Summit Arena in Johnstown, PA, and we're going to get right to it. We're going to get to the coach's corner with our head Bishop McCort Catholic High School coach, Art McQuillan, and Art has 509 wins and counting in a 30-plus year career as a head high school ice hockey coach. And Coach McQuillan, welcome to the stream. You're in the Dream, brother.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Well, Art, senior night, okay? And when you think about senior night, first off, any memories like when you played from senior night?
No, not really. I think senior night's very important. It's as much for the parents as it is for the student athletes. We have a rule that when they introduce the parents and these players skates to them, they have to give their mom a kiss on the cheek or they will not play tonight. So, but we have a lot of good families, and it's nice to be able to honor them this evening.
Well, and senior night, it is special from the coach's point of view. You've got seniors on your team, that the season's winding down, playoffs around the corner. So how do you handle that as a coach?
Well, I think senior night's hitting at a good time for us this year. It's been canceled a couple times because of the weather, but we had a big emotional win last week down in Baldwin. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going here with senior night and put the W up on the board when it's all said and done.
Well, Art, Hempfield's been a little bit on a roll lately, and they've been playing some pretty decent hockey. So whenever let's back up a little bit. Before I get to Hempfield, we have clinched a playoff spot in the PIHL 2A tournament. Is that something you talk a lot about to the kids, or are you just playing it one game at a time right now?
Yeah, we try and concentrate on ourselves. The kids know, of course, where we are in the standings, but we've clinched. Now we want to get as high of a seed as possible here. We just need to take care of business here tonight. Hempfield is on a bit of a roll. They've beat two of the top four teams in the standings last week and the week before, so they're coming in here playing very well. We need to take care of business ourselves.
Well, what's the keys to the game? What are the keys to this evening's matchup against Hempfield?
We have to start on time. Anytime you have senior night and a lot of celebration and balloons and all that stuff, you got to make sure that when the puck drops, you're ready to go. So we want to make sure we dominate the first 5 minutes and we take the play to them. That's first and foremost. Second of all, we have to beat them in the special teams game. Our power play's been clipping lately. We have one kid out with a suspension, so kids have been moved around a little bit, but next man up, whoever's in that spot's expected to get the job done. So.
Well, Coach McQuillan, thanks for joining us on the Coach's Corner. We want to wish you the best of luck this evening.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And we're going to take a break and listen to some messages from friends of the Crusher Sports Network. And we're back on the CSN, the Crusher Sports Network. And we're going to bring our hockey analyst for this evening onto the Crusher Sports Network. It's none other than Boston Bradley, a former McCort goaltender. He now teaches at Bishop McCort. Recently married Haley Thomas Bradley, and a little shout-out to you and your new bride, and congratulations on that. And welcome to the stream, Boston.
Thanks, Ralph. It's great to be here. Certainly an honor to come back and on such a special night be, even just a small part of this, great tradition. So shout out to my wife Haley, I know she's listening back at home, so
If she's listening, tell her to text us that she's getting it, okay?
Yeah.
Just so we know that we're hooked up,
that's
okay?
right. That's a good test. So Haley can shoot me a message and make sure we're rolling.
That's good. I like that, Boston. So Boston senior night, okay? Think about going back to your senior night. Is there any specific memory you remember about senior night?
Yeah, I certainly think looking back, I mean, you just as much as the game's important, and it certainly will be tonight. It'll be a good one. It's nice to take a moment and get to be with not only your teammates that you've been here with for multiple years, but certainly your parents. And I heard Coach Art say it's certainly a big deal for the parents as much as it is the players. And I certainly remember skating out and meeting my parents and being a special part of that night.
Well, we're going to go quiet here, and of course you'll be able to watch senior night, on your screen, or however you're viewing it. But we're going to go quiet, and we're going to just listen in to senior night, and then we'll get back to the pregame festivities.
His favorite high school hockey memory is winning the LMHL Hockey Championship. He is the son of James and April Dolgus. His message to his parents: thank you for all the sacrifices you made for me, both on and off the ice. I am blessed to be a member of such a loving family. His message to teammates: always work hard and have fun. Never take anything for granted. He plans to attend college majoring in biology, followed by medical school to pursue a career in orthopedics. Brady Dolgus.
And we see our principal down there, Mr. Smith, helping hand out medallions here on senior night.
Number 12, Jack Esch. He has played hockey for 13 years. His school activities include SAD, Key Club, Education on Boat, 4 Diamonds, Mini-Con. He also participated 4 years in golf, and he also played baseball. His favorite high school hockey memory was winning the LMHL Hockey Championship. His parents are RJ and Jamie Esch. His message to his parents: thank you both for being great role models and supporting me on my hockey journey. I love you both. Message to teammates: keep working hard, do well in school, and listen to the coaches. Be great. He plans to attend the Rhodes University to play golf and major in marketing. Jack Esch.
And the voice this evening of the Crusher senior night, our good friend John DeFazio.
She has been a trainer for the team for 3 years. Her school activities include Pep Club, SAD, Key Club, Education on Boat, 4 Diamonds, Mini-Thon, French Honor Society, and the tennis team. Her favorite high school hockey memory is getting to be at every game, cheering on my brother and being his biggest fan. Parents are RJ and Jamie Esch. Her message to the parents: thank you both for everything you have done to make me the person I am today. I am forever grateful to you both. I love you. Message to teammates: make the best out of the rest of this season, and good luck to you all in the years to come as a Crusher. She plans to attend Duquesne University to major in nursing. Riley Esch. Student trainer Haley Keslak. This is her first year as a trainer with the team. Her school activities include the golf team, competitive dance at Sharon's Dance Studio, Spanish Honor Society, Spanish Club, National Honor Society Vice President, Key Club Vice President, Education on Vogue, 4 Diamonds Mini-Thon. Her favorite high school hockey memory was getting to cheer on the team at every game. Her parents are Chris and Mary Keslak. Her message to the parents: thank you for supporting me in every decision I make and giving me so many opportunities. Message to teammates: thank you for all the fun times. Good luck in the future. She plans to go to college for a 4-year chemistry program. Haley Keslak. Number 5, Ethan Rosenbaum. He's played hockey for 12 years. His school activities include the varsity hockey team and the French Club. His favorite high school hockey memory: winning back-to-back championships for middle school. His parents are Michael and Joelle Rosenbaum. His message to his parents: so grateful for the sacrifices you made and the belief you've always had in me. I love you both more than words can express. Message to teammates. I like to say how grateful I am to play along such a great group. Your hard work, dedication, and support on and off the ice make every game and practice so much better. Keep pushing each other, have fun, and give it your all. His future plans are to attend college and pursue a degree in motorsports engineering. His goal is to combine his passion for F1 and Indy racing and engineering to contribute to the innovation and performance of motorsport technology. He is looking forward to learning and growing in this field by chasing his dreams. Ethan Rosenbaum. Number 33, Stephen Sanders. He played hockey for 6 years. His school activities include tennis, student council member at large, key club secretary, 4 Diamonds Mini-Thon, Education on Vogue, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Spanish Honor Society, and Spanish Club. Favorite high school hockey memory, winning the Laurel Mountain Hockey Championship. He is the son of Robert and Maria Sanders. His message to the parents: thank you for believing in me and for always pushing me to the best I can be in and out of the classroom. Thank you for giving up your time to get me to countless games, tournaments, and practices. I love you. Message to teammates. I want to say thank you to my teammates and coaches, past and present, who always supported and encouraged me. I wouldn't be here without you. To my younger teammates, stay confident, strong, and hardworking. Be there for each other, listen to one another's problems, and give good advice. God bless, go Crushers. He plans to attend Penn State University to major in architectural engineering. Stephen Sanders. Student trainer Maggie Sweeney. She's been a trainer for 2 years. Her school activities include pep club, SAD, key club, tennis, and volleyball. Her favorite high school hockey memory when she convinced the coaches to let her practice with the team. Her parents are Jack and April Sweeney. Her message to them is thank you for always encouraging my dreams and believing in my goals. Message to teammates: I wouldn't want to fill any other team's water bottles. She plans to attend college to major in marketing, receive a real estate license, and work as a realtor. Maggie Sweeney. Number 14, Sammy Traeger. He has played hockey for 14 years. His favorite high school hockey memory, winning back-to-back LMHL championships from 8th and 9th grade. His parents, Rita Traeger and Samuel Traeger, Mike Johnson and Helen Roll. Message to the parents: thank you for always supporting me throughout my hockey journey and always being there for my games. I appreciate the sacrifices you have made to allow me to play the sport I love. Message to teammates: thank you for the experience of sharing the ice with you. I have had a blast playing with some of you and got to see us all grow as players. He plans to attend college and continues to play hockey. That's Sammy Traeger. The Bishop of McCort community would like to send their best wishes to this year's senior hockey players and trainers. Good luck in the future.
Well, we're back on the CSN, the Crusher Sports Network. You had an opportunity to watch a senior night unfold, and we thank all the parents and coaches for making that happen and doing a great job. We want to go through those seniors again very quickly. Brady Dolgus, Jack Esch, Ethan Rosenbaum, Stephen Sanders, Sammy Traeger, and Riley, and the young ladies who help out, the trainers, Riley Edge, Haley Keslak, and of course Maggie Sweeney. So there you have it here on senior night this evening, the seniors. And Boston, got to give a couple shout-outs here, Boston. A shout-out to our good friend Jeannie. She's traveling back from Florida with the cheerleaders. She should be around tomorrow, I would think. And, of course, our good friend Sunshine Jill. I want to give them both a shout-out and hope that they're having a great evening.
Absolutely, 2 great people.
Well, Boston, you're the Hempfield head coach. Okay, they've been on a roll lately. They've won a couple big games here at the end of the season, and they're fighting for a playoff spot. What are you telling your guys on the road here in Johnstown, PA?
It's a late start, and certainly anytime you come to Johnstown for these PIHL games, it's a little bit of a road trip. So you want to get the legs moving early, get a quick start here, and just try to get some pucks in deep and allow your little bit of space to skate. So I think if they can, put pucks in and forecheck hard, they give themselves a better opportunity. And obviously just staying out of the box and not putting yourself in a shorthanded situation is going to be a big key for them with this McCort power play that's got some loaded talent and certainly capable of doing some damage.
Well, okay, so now I'm going to put you in the McCort locker room. You're the head coach of the Bishop McCort Catholic High School Crushers, all right? And they have qualified. They do have a playoff spot, but now you're battling for that 5th spot, 6th spot. You don't want to drop to that 7th spot. What are you telling your guys in the locker room?
Yeah, certainly seeding's important, and anytime you can, climb up in the rankings, especially late in the season, it's huge. So they got to come out real fast. I think one of the, downsides of senior night is you come in, and it's a slow-moving day. There's a lot of pregame festivities that you're not normally accustomed to having, so I think they got to, celebrate that for what it is, but be ready to turn the page here and really have a strong first 5 minutes. Try to get some offensive zone time, and then just the same for the opposite is Hempfield. They got to work to draw some penalties and I think try to capitalize on a couple of these power play opportunities that they get.
Well, I'm going to give you my keys to the game, okay? You ran through what you thought both coaches and interjected what your thoughts were. My thoughts are very simple. Coach McClellan is starting all of his seniors tonight. And I challenge those seniors, whether they had a good night last night or they're having a good night tomorrow night, have a good night tonight, okay?
Yeah, certainly a big game for them.
Yeah, you're seniors, okay? Come on, let's go out and let's get this thing. Putting you on the ice early, set the tone early. I kind of put it on the seniors a little bit, Coach.
I totally agree. Those are your leaders in the locker room and on the ice, and it's going to be a big night for them.
And we're going to take a break from friends of the Crusher Sports Network, and we'll be back.
Situated in a family-friendly atmosphere, Dr. John Walker is currently accepting new patients. Dr. Walker has over 25 years' experience. Come join the family at Dr. John Walker's office. Your smile will thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Walker.
And we're back on the CSN, the Crusher Sports Network. The Dream Team, the Stream Team. I'm in the dream with a new dreamer here. Boston Bradley joining us, former Bishop McCort goaltender, played on some great teams here at Bishop McCort. And Boston, we talked about the Crushers have already qualified for the tournament. When the regular season is over. But I want to ask you if you could go through those standings and so the fans understand these are officially unofficial. Nothing's official until it's all laid out there for the playoffs. But Boston, if you could go through those standings right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Bishop McCort sitting currently in 5th place in the varsity class AA standings. Fox Chapel kind of out in front with Penn Trafford sitting at 43 and 42 points. They're followed by Greater Latrobe and Cathedral Prep, who have 39 and 37 respectively. A little bit of a drop-off, and this is where you start to see kind of the importance of these games coming up. So that's where we sit. Bishop McCort sits at 22 points, which is tied with Armstrong, and Hempfield's right behind with 18, followed by Cannon McMillan with 16, and then Baldwin and Norwin bring up the end. But, I mean, you can really see the importance in this game with, Bishop McCort just sitting 4 points ahead of Hempfield. This is a big swing tonight.
Well, and let me say this to you, Coach. I'm looking at that. You almost wish you could sneak into that 4th place spot, but with Cathedral Prep having 37 and the Crushers having 22, the Crushers are basically going to end up either 5, 6, or 7, depending on how these last 3 games of the regular season go, and they take 8 to to the playoffs. They take to the tournament. One would host 8, 2 would host 7, and so forth down the road. If it ended now, the Crushers would go to Cathedral Prep. And to be honest with you, Boston, is strictly my personal opinion, I don't know if that's the best draw for the Crushers.
Yeah, it's certainly a long travel. That was the opening night for the Crushers this year was a bus trip down to Cathedral Prep. So certainly a good team, but I think, you play every game with the intention of winning and see where you draw. But, I think if it's Cathedral Prep or if we end up with Greater Latrobe or whoever we can match up with, I think we have a good chance. So
in the PIHL, the Crushers are 7-9 overall, 9-9 overall with wins over Richland and Westmont, but they're 1A. And then Hempfield brings a 5-9 record into this evening's fray. So we'll see how it all shakes out here this evening. It's time, Boston, for our sportsmanship prayer, which was put together by Father Crookston. Strong and faithful God, the giver of the fullness of life, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, coaches, officials, and all gathered here. Keep these young people safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. And I'm sure we're going to be having the national anthem, and we'll go over some starting lineups, and we'll be talking about officials. But if we could take another break from our friends from the Crusher Sports Network.
Martella's family-owned pharmacy has been caring for you and about you since 1964. With 6 convenient locations, we're always here for you, providing personalized service that goes above and beyond. Martella's offers a wide range of services from free prescription delivery to being the only regional pharmacy to offer Medipack, organizing your medications in easy-to-tear-off packets. Martella's, caring for you and about you since 1964.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network. Joining us this evening is our hockey analyst is none other than Boston Bradley, and of course our stream producer, Dr. Fran Brown. At this time, we want to give a shout out to all those men and women that serve in our military, our first responders, law enforcement, all those people that keep us safe in our communities around the world. We give you a shout out. We love you. We care deeply for you. And Boston, is the blood flowing a little bit here, brother? You getting a little pumped up here?
I certainly am. We're getting close to puck drop, and just like back in the days when I was playing here, it's certainly an exciting time.
Well, Coach, we're going to try to get those officials' names. We're just waiting for them to. I believe we have Vensko and Banisic are your 2 officials tonight. I think they're from outside the area. I don't recognize those names, but
yeah, I'm familiar with them as well.
Tough business being an official. Any way you look at it, there's nothing easy about that.
No, especially not in some of these fast-moving games. Certainly not jealous of their role. Happy to be up here.
And the crazy thing about it all is that you can't play without officials. And we need officials, and if you're interested and you can get on a pair of skates and you can learn about hockey, become an official, because they're always looking for them. And I will tell you that we had an official on the air a couple of weeks ago, a basketball official. The pay is better, and the treatment's the same as it always was. So don't think it's worse, okay? The treatment is up and down. Let's put it that way, okay?
That's true.
So we're going to have the national anthem now. We're just going to go silent and respect our great nation. And we're just about to drop this puck here this evening. Let's go through those seniors that are going to be starting on the game. At one of the forwards will be number 14, Sammy Trieger. Probably at the center position will be number 23, Brady Dolgus. At the other wing forward position will be number 5, Ethan Rosenbaum. And then defensively, Jack Ash will be starting on the first defensive group. And, of course, Steven Sanders, senior goaltender, will be starting in goal this evening for the Crushers. And those 5 seniors will be on the ice early on. And like I said, they need to set the tone here. And Hempfield's playing some pretty darn good hockey coming in here, and the Crushers have playing some pretty darn good hockey of their own too, Boston.
Certainly, I think this is going to be a good matchup. As we see the starters coming out for Hempfield here, number 7, Felix Harral, number 37, Nino DiPietro, number 44, Austin Heron, number 86, Nick Krupe, and number 71, J.J. Williams. And then they're also led by number 35 in net, Ben Francis.
Hempfield wins the opening face-off, and we'll talk a little bit more about face-offs here as the game progresses. Hempfield gets an early score, number 71, I believe, for Hempfield. Puts it in the net, and Hempfield jumps out 1-0 right off the bat.
Wow, that's a quick start. Again.
The quick start we didn't want.
Exactly. The quick start you weren't looking for if you're McCort. Now, how fast can you answer?
Well, you got to answer. There's a whole lot of hockey left. Hempfield scores with 10 seconds gone in the first period, and the Crushers, they got to regroup and make something happen. Again, we cannot win that opening face-off, but looks like they're going to. I'm not sure what they're telling us right there.
Looks like they're kicking the center out. Sometimes if you jump the gun, they're going to
They're
ask for another one to be.
So that's what that signal was. That okay, I get it now. Crushers were able to win that face-off, and those face-offs are critical in the course of a hockey game. You jump in here anytime, Boston. You got something you want to say, you do that, my friend, within the realm of reality.
More action here by Hempfield. Nice save there by Stevie.
Crushers are able to gain possession of the puck, and they've got it through the neutral zone. That's number 19, Kenny Billings, carrying the puck into the offensive end. Hempfield gathers it up, and now they're on the attack. And Stevie Sanders with the stop, and the face-off, I believe, will be to the right of the goaltender. Would I be correct about that, Boston?
That is correct. It's going to be to the right of Stevie, and that's another good save by him, and being able to control the rebound is a huge, huge.
What is the rule about the goalie stops it and whether the face-off's to the right or the left of him?
It's going to come from whatever side the puck came from last. So if the shot's coming from the right of the goaltender, normally the face-off will be over there. There's a few times if it's directly in the center. I think it just comes down to whatever side the ref prefers.
Oh, there you go. Hempfield on the attack again. I believe we're going to have an icing call, and it's going to go all the way to the other end.
These offensive zone face-offs, any face-off's important, but if you can win a quick one in the offensive zone, it's one of the few times you have open ice to work with in the offensive zone. If you can be quick off the face-off transition, you normally can get a good
17, Isaiah Lieb in the face-off circle for the Crushers, and now they throw him out, and number 10 steps in for the Crushers, and that's Mark Pozniak. I say that one right?
Yeah.
Yep, I thought I did. I thought I did. Crushers got an opportunity here, trying to put it on the net. Comes out of the zone. The Crushers got to tag up and get back in the action. Hempfield has control of the puck in their defensive end, now into the neutral zone. They kick it down into the offensive end, and Hempfield chases and makes changes. The Crushers trying to regroup and keep Hempfield away from the front of that net. And it kicks out. Oh, Crushers created a golden opportunity there. Great goaltending by the goaltender for Ben Francis for Hempfield, the Spartans. I believe they're the Hempfield Spartans. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, it was a good look there by Pearson. Good opportunity on a 3-on-2. Good puck movement, just not able to get it to bounce. But nice little response here. We've seen the Crushers settle in after a quick goal against.
Got a little collision down in the corner. Both guys are up skating, no worse for the wear. Hempfield brings it into their end. Di Petritio, little tongue twister there. Carries it into the offensive end. The Crushers now gain control. Hempfield steals it back. Crushers steal it back. The Crushers do not have the numbers right now. Number 2 for the Crushers kicks it toward the goaltender. That was Connor Hewitt kicking it toward Ben Francisa. Francisa hauls it in. We're going to have a face-off to the Crushers' left side of the ice, the right side of the goaltender. And the Crushers make a couple of changes here.
Yeah, it's a good play by Connor Hewitt. Knowing you don't have the numbers with you, just being able to get that puck deep. And, like I said earlier, you'll certainly take an offensive zone.
He actually created the face-over by putting it on goal, so that's a positive thing. But now the puck gets kicked all the way into McCort defensive zone, and Crushers trying to gather it up and get control. They're able to kick it out. Number 19 gathers it in for the Crushers. That's Kenny Billings. Hempfield coming back the other way. Number 86, Nick Cupio. Crushers regain the puck and kick it out into the neutral zone. Hempfield gathers it up, and now we've got a whistle. We got a high stick. Is that what it is, Coach?
High stick. Yep, no penalty, just a high stick on the puck. That's going to be a face-off, and that's going to go all the way down. So this will be another offensive zone face-off for the Crushers, this time on their right, goaltender's left.
So what constitutes a high stick? Like, when does the official say, okay, that's a high stick?
So it's going to be anything that's played stick on puck above the crossbar is actually the rule of thumb. So a little bit hard to tell sometimes when you're in the neutral zone or you're away from the crossbar, but that is the rule they go by. So again, sometimes I think you see the shoulders, anything above that, not going to get away with playing it with the
Crushers put a shot on goal, but it's kicked away. Crushers trying to gain possession in their offensive end, and here comes Hempfield. They've got a 3-on-2 look, but the Crushers come back check, and get back and play some good defense. Crushers now on the offensive attack. They kick it into Hempfield's end of the rink.
Just
now we've
not
got a
able to
whistle.
get over that red line. That's going to be icing.
And just for our fans, in between the second and third period, our guest will be Vinny Canizero, who is the president of the Youth Hockey Association here in Johnstown. We're going to be talking youth hockey, and if the Crushers can pull a victory off today, we will also be talking at the end of the game to the Crusher of the game. So there you have it here, 1-0. Hempfield on top with 12 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first period of this PIHL contest. Shot on goal goes wide. Hempfield now trying to get control of the puck. Crushers batting in the corner.
Yeah, good look by number 2, Max Martz there for Hempfield, just not able to put it on net.
Nice stop defensively. I'm going to try to get that number. That was number 7 for the Crushers, defenseman Braden Person, who made a nice stop on that shot by Hempfield. 11:56 left in the first period. Everybody's making changes, and the face-off looks to be, it's going to be right in front of the Hempfield bench in the neutral zone. And the Crushers are able to come up with that one. Can't corral the puck, though. We win the face-off, but can't corral the puck. Now Hempfield, kicking it in, dropping it in, and chasing it right now. Crushers are able to clear the zone. Hempfield has control. They kick it into their offensive zone, the Crushers' defensive zone. A lot of people hustling and skating all over the ice right now, trying to make something happen. Oh, Hempfield gets a little turnover in their offensive end. Crushers are able to thwart it, and now the Crushers are on the attack. Had the right idea, but Hempfield's able to kick it away.
Good zone entry there by Sammy Trigger. I'd like to see him get a shot off. He's got an excellent shot. Just missed Canizero in the slot. And one too many moves and it's out. Right back in. This is a good shift. Possess the puck a little bit in the offensive zone and start to work down their D, but now it comes out.
According to the clock, the Crushers have 2 shots on goal, and Hempfield has 3. One of those is a goal. Nice little move there by number 37 for Hempfield. That was Nino DePietro, and Crushers are able to stand tall and keep him from putting it on net. Oh, goodness gracious.
Man,
We had a heck of an opportunity there. Oh, we just couldn't pull the trigger. Oh, boy.
Ben Francis made a great save on Trigger, and Isaiah Lee was there to follow it up and just not quite able to handle the rebound.
You hate to see chances like that get away from you. They don't appear very often like that. That was a golden opportunity, and I'm not criticizing the Crushers, just saying, hey, got to make the best of those situations.
Yeah, certainly anytime you can get those, you want to finish. But good key to takeaway there is, obviously being able to follow up the rebounds. And again, that's a huge part of goaltending. Not making one save, but eliminating the need to make another.
And I would think that there are certain situations where you're just doing the best you can. I mean, sometimes those pucks are coming at you pretty fast.
Yeah, in the goaltending world, there's what we refer to as, reaction saves, which tend to be a little bit higher than the tops of the circles. But anything else is going to be what we call a blocking save.
Oh,
There's a
boy.
great flash of the leather by Ben Francis there.
Yeah, number 7 for the Crushers, that was Braden Person, had a nice look and put it on net, but their goaltender stood tall there.
Yeah, he's had a couple good opportunities here. He's kicking himself one to bury one of these, but certainly showing up in the game here early. So
1-0, Hempfield in the lead, 9:16 on the clock, and now we got a stoppage of play, and they had to corral the puck for the faceoff. Crushers win the faceoff. Crushers try to put that thing on net, but couldn't grab the handle of it. And here comes Hempfield. Hempfield chasing it in their offensive zone. 3 Crushers there put the clamps on the Hempfield player, and now we're trying to move it out of our zone, but Hempfield's able to keep it in our defensive end. Now we got a whistle. We got a hand pass, I believe.
That's going to be a hand pass, so it's going to be an offensive zone hand pass.
Okay, so am I allowed to touch the puck with my glove at all?
Yes,
am I allowed to do that?
Yes, you are. In the offensive zone, you are allowed to touch the puck with your hand, but it has to be directly down to yourself. It cannot be to a teammate. You can also not advance a puck, so you can't catch it and, say, try to go around a defender with the puck in your hand.
So technically I can stop it and get a hold of it, but I can't advance it.
Correct. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's got to almost be directly down and then just right into a playing situation.
So you can
really
hit it with your glove, but you just can't make a play. You just got to stop it and gather it in.
Correct. Yeah, but that's in the offensive zone. In the defensive zone, you actually are eligible to make a pass with your hand.
I'll tell you what here, I'll throw a little, I don't know if your dad's listening, but you explain those rules pretty good, Boston.
Oh,
and another goal by Hempfield. And it's going to be, I believe that's 32. I might have that number wrong.
Looks like 37. That's going to be Nina.
Actually, it's 97, Coach. My fault.
Oh, yep. No, I was wrong, too.
So Hempfield goes up 2-0.
That's Andrew Bryant with the goal.
8 minutes and 11 seconds left before the end of this first quarter. I don't know if you can I look at those Hempfield stats over there, Coach? Who just got that goal?
That was Andrew Bryant, number 97 for the Spartans.
Yeah, 97. He comes into the game with only 1 point, so that's big for him, man. That's just huge for him.
I think that was their third line there, and anytime you get contributions from the back end of your lineup, that's certainly a huge way to start the game.
Here comes Hempfield on the attack again. They're up 2-0. Number 7 for the Crushers is able to make a nice defensive play. That's Braden Person. Fast action, fast moving first period. Tell you what, number 37, DPTO, he's a pretty darn good player for Hempfield.
Yeah, he is. You know, he comes in with a decent number, decent stat line. He's got only 6 games played. He's got 9 points. So, you know, hasn't been in the lineup. Not quite sure why, but when he's here, certainly makes the most of it.
Well, you have to think they got him back here down the stretch, and that surely has been a catalyst to them playing really good hockey down the stretch.
Absolutely, yeah. You can tell from pretty early on here. He's definitely a key part to that team, just the way he controls.
All right, come on, Crushers. We got to answer here, fellas. Trying hard, there's no doubt about that. I mean, working hard to try to get a shot on goal here.
You're the Crushers. Can't get away from shooting pucks. I know everyone, you know, you're down 2. You think you need one real bad, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep finding ways to get pucks to the net. I think we're just holding on to it a little bit much right now and looking for the perfect one. And not always going to get that. Good shot there by number 4, Jack Pryor, but another save and no rebound by Ben Francis.
We got to get it by him here. 2-0 Hempfield in the first period of this PIHL ice hockey game. 6 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first period. Number 17 taking the face off for the Crushers. That's Isaiah Lieb, and the Crushers are able to get corral the puck, but now they lose the handle, and they've got a 3-on-1. And that one is
great save by
Stevie Sanders, and the Crushers are bringing it the other way.
Odd man rush the other way, and we got a goal.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Did we get it in?
We did, yep.
Right.
That's Nate Reek, the freshman.
If I'm going to try to look at his stat line here, Coach. Nate Reek, trying to find him on the stat sheet here. And here's a fella that it sure looks like he scored his first goal of the season.
No, that's his second.
Second goal of the season.
Second goal of the season.
God bless him, man.
Freshman, that's a huge play.
2-1. Crushers fight back into this with 5:45 left in the first period.
And that comes back to a huge save by Stevie Sanders on a 3-on-1 just about probably 5 seconds before that goal was scored.
And number 10 for the Crushers was able to corral it, get it down the ice, and then we get the goal. And number 10 made a nice offensive play there. That was Mark Pasnick. Crushers battling here. Hempfield's the hot team coming into this game. Sanders with another stop. The shots on goal are even 6 apiece. I got some thank yous here. I want to thank John D. Roche here at the Warmore, and of course Hempfield, the PIHL, and Hempfield's coaching staff for trying to give us some help here this evening. And thanks to Bishop McCort's Erica Strittmatter, Tom Smith, Jill Berkebile, Tim Hornick, Mary Luna, Chris Fowler, and John DeFazio. So we got our thank yous out of the way, Boston. I want to thank you for being here this evening. It's truly my pleasure to work with you here this evening.
It's a pleasure to be here. Happy to be back and watch a hopefully great game here, and it's obviously a great start. Another big save there by Stevie. He's really starting to settle in, so hopefully that can keep that up. But if we're the Crushers, I'd like to see us get out of this period with a little less traffic in our end.
You know, and I think here as we get down the stretch of the season, you got to give your backup goaltender some work. Got to give Stevie some work. You just never know about playoffs and what might happen. You got to be ready to play. Everybody's got to be ready to go.
Yeah, it's certainly. Oh, what a save there! Deflection. Had Stevie going one way, he's able to stop and go back the other and make a great save. But yeah, like you said, it's certainly next guy up mentality. So you never know who's going to be called upon, and that's why it's great to see Stevie getting a start here today. It's great to see Nate punching in a goal. You're going to need
need them all
contributions from everybody.
Yeah.
Hockey's definitely not a one-man sport. You're going to rely on a big number. So it's good to see that coming from up and down the lineup here.
2-1, Hempfield on top. 4 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock. I believe we're going to go to the Crushers offensive end for a
offensive zone faceoff. That was an icing on Hempfield, so we're going to get a draw right now on the Crushers' left attacking side, goaltender's right. And again, haven't been able to get much off these offensive zone faceoffs, but like to see a little bit more of an attack once we're able to win these. That one corralled by Hempfield. Kenny Billings with a good stick and able to turn it over, but gives it right back, making a move, and Hempfield is on their way out of the zone. And just like that, we're back in. Kenny again.
Kenny Billings made a nice steal on the puck, but now Hempfield is completely turned it around, and they're on our end of the ice once again, putting some shots on our goaltender.
Yeah, a lot of traffic, so much to actually knock the net off, which is going to be our whistle here. So that face-off will stay in the zone. Yeah, a lot of transition there. Stops and starts become very important.
That one off the ice, did it not?
Yeah, that went.
Yeah, got a little fella over there chasing it, throws it right back over. Big moment there,
yeah.
Huh? How was the game, man? Hey, I got a puck. I threw it back on the ice. I'm feeling good. Yeah.
We got numbers coming the other way for the Crushers. It's going to be a 2-on-1 if they hurry.
Wow. Got to give that one up a little bit, I think,
Yeah, got a little too crowded. Hempfield did a nice job coming back there, not giving Trieger and Kenny too much time to work. As Nino DiPietro comes and puts one in on net, and that's another big save by Stevie. Controls the rebound like he's done well all night. We'll have a face-off to his right. In our Crushers' defensive zone. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first, and looking to even it up before this first period ends, but certainly don't want to give Hempfield any more momentum. If, worst case, it's 2-1, but obviously we'll see if the Crushers can work to tie it up here. Nice block shot by Pryor there, and Crushers are out of their zone. Make it to the neutral zone before it's grabbed by Hempfield. They're coming back in, switching sides with it. Little too hot for Max March to handle, so now it's working behind the net. Marcus Anderson, junior defenseman, working at the Jack Pryor on the other side.
2:40 on a moving clock here in the first period. Hempfield 2, Crushers 1. Been a hard-fought first period. Good plays on both sides of the ice. And here come the Crushers with a little 2-on-1. And they fire it down the goaltender, and he's able to make a stop. And now the Crushers have 7 shots on goal. Hempfield has 8. A lot of fighting for the puck here in the neutral zone. Crushers and Hempfield, they're really going at it hard here this evening.
Couple nice moves by Mark. He's able to enter the zone. Big shot.
Oh,
just
boy,
off
that
the
one
glove.
almost bounced off his glove and looked like it might have had a chance to go in.
Tell you what, those goaltended gloves so padded. Sometimes you think you have it, and it's able to bounce its way out. So important for
Hempfield shot on goal. It
Off
goes
the
off the
crossbar.
right off the crossbar. And
That's a
Stevie
great save
Sanders
by
makes
Stevie.
another save. And I don't want to jinx either team, but it's been a pretty clean first period of action here.
Yeah, I think, we talked about it, keys to the game. If you're Hempfield, certainly
Come to play,
stay
not
out of the box. And
yeah, exactly. Come to play, stay out of the box, and then that's a good rule for both teams. And I think they've both done that to this point tonight.
yeah, it's been clean. It's been physical when it needed to be physical, but for the most part, been
Billings,
very clean game. Not able to get a hold of that one. Kind of whiffs on it, puck into the corner, and that's all right. It'll stay deep.
now Hempfield's on the attack. Crushers are able to gather it up on their defensive end, trying to work it up the ice.
Pearson switches sides to Billings. He's able to make a move behind the net now. Taking it out the other side, looking for a defenseman, looking for help. Not able to find it, puts it on net, but not able to get it through.
Your opinion on that? You get in. You're starting to get in behind the net. Is that one maybe you want to throw it in front of the net and see what play you can make?
Yeah, I think the big fear, a lot of times is as much as you want to get pucks to the net, when you're behind the net and you're below that puck, and you throw it through the neutral zone, you just got to remember that you're on the wrong side of it. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of that puck when it comes back to the defensive zone. Another great save there by Stevie Sanders, as Hempfield was able to get it back in with 15 seconds left. Trigger doesn't make a move, but
Hempfield has the numbers. Trigger's able to gather it back up, and the Crushers take control of the puck, trying to work it up the ice now. Both teams changing bodies here as the battle for the puck continues as we wind down this first period. And we're going to take a break from friends of the Crushers Sports Network.
Are you looking for the best part-time job in Cambria and Somerset County? Join the McElwain team. Our bus lines serve local school districts, including Greater Johnstown, Westmont Hilltop, Connemara Township, Forest Hills, Shade Central City, Berlin Brothers Valley, and Somerset area. This extremely rewarding part-time job provides great supplemental income. As a McElwain team member, you will enjoy clean, new equipment, as well as holidays, weekends, and summers off. Apply online today or call 814-288-1594.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network, and I got some updates for you here. We want to give a shout out to the Crushers wrestling team, they didn't win the state championship in the team championship, but they are the runners-up. They win the silver medal, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know they're disappointed, but we love them, and congratulations. And the individual wrestling championships will take place March 6th, 7th, and 8th, and we got our fingers crossed, and we're praying that we bring home a couple state champions from that event. And
I like
also,
our chances. We
go
got
ahead.
a couple great wrestlers, and obviously the team outcome didn't go the way we wanted to, but it wasn't because of a poor effort. They did a great job, and they've been working very hard for that all year. So should hold their heads high with that silver medal. That was an excellent effort.
And Bo Moore recently signing with Iowa, and the young Jack and Forrest going to Oklahoma State. So some real exciting things happening there in the wrestling program. And a shout out to the head coach, Bo Bassett. Our cheerleading squad, I believe, is traveling back tonight or tomorrow from Florida, where they put up a great effort, but things didn't go their way. But God bless you, girls, and we love you, and safe travels home. And we're back to start the second period.
Hempfield able to carry it into our zone here, but a quick turnover. Nice stick there by Isaiah Lieb. He works it up the ice to Mark Pasniak, who's in, driving wide, traffic in front, looking for Reek on the far side. Not able to get it to him. Hempfield's able to control the puck for a little bit here in their defensive zone as they come back to support it. slowly begin to work their way out. Finally get over the blue line, but they're going to send that the whole way down. It's going to be icing. It's going to give a offensive zone face-off. McCourt's going to get some fresh bodies out there and see what they can do with the offensive zone draw. Pearson steps up the blue, trying to keep that puck in, ends up bouncing by him, and we got a 2-on-1 the other way with some back checkers.
Stevie Stander stands tall down there and
What a save.
rejects a couple of saves, and now the Crushers trying to make it happen on their offensive end. Obviously, we've changed ends with the change of the period. Crushers are moving left to right, and Hempfield moving right to left from an offensive perspective. Hempfield starting out fast like they did the beginning of the game. Sanders standing tall down there in goal for the Crushers. Hempfield has control of the puck on their offensive end.
Oh, they make a pass back down to, they were looking for a defenseman who was changing. So that puck goes all the way down, and McCort able to get some much-needed fresh bodies. They were getting stuck in their defensive zone for a minute there. So it's nice to see them be able to change.
Crushers get a steal at the blue line. And they're going to call offsides, I believe.
Yeah, Trigger just kind of had that puck tangled in his feet and ends up stepping just over the blue line as Kenny tries to enter the zone. And that's all right, it'll be a face-off just outside Crusher's offensive zone.
Hempfield controls the face-off.
Couple good saves by Stevie, and the puck bounces out to the Crushers' corner. Jack was able to put it up the wall, but just a little too hard for Kenny. He's not able to get a stick on it. It's going to go all the way down for icing.
We have 15 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second period. Hempfield 2, your McCort Crushers 1 in a hard-fought PIHL contest here this evening. Hempfield controls the face-off, and Stevie stands tall again. He takes a little exception to one of the Hempfield players kind of getting in his grill, and he's got to stand his ground for sure. The officials have a little chat with our goaltender, and I believe that's number 4 for Hempfield, who is
Colby Heron.
Creating a little controversy down there.
Yeah, there's no, those goalies got all those pads. Sometimes you just want to let them know you're there.
I hear you. Crushers are able to control the face-off.
Clean breakout here, a lot of space. Canizero up to Trigger. Trigger makes a solid move as he comes in, tries to get a shot off, just puts it just wide. Marcus looks to keep it in. Marcus Anderson unable to do so, and it's all the way back down into our Crusher end. Jack Pryor lays the body.
Hempfield all over him in behind our goal.
A little bit of a scary turnover there, but able to get back in defensive positioning, and Stevie's able to cover that shot up for a face-off. So, again, we'll see McCort change here and get some nice fresh bodies out and the defensive zone draw. Hempfield making changes as well. Looks like they're going with Andrew Bryant's line. He scored earlier, so, again, third line on paper, but certainly contributing. As Isaiah Lieb steps in for the face-off for the Crushers. He wins it, chips it up. Pearson chips it up. Mark Pasniak's able to get to it first.
Oh, boy.
What a save.
What a great effort, though, by number 14 for the Crushers. That's that was Trigger, wasn't it? Or did I get the wrong number?
I think it was 10. I think it was Mark Pasniak was able to come in and make a nice move, but Ben Francis stands tall.
Wow, that was just a great play by both guys. It really was.
Yeah, excellent save. But we do end up with a penalty there on the Spartans. Number 36 took a penalty as that play was developing. It looked like it was a slashing call. That's Brady Wassel.
This is the first penalty of the game, and the Crushers got an opportunity here on the power play with a one-man advantage with 14:24 left in the second period.
Able to win the face-off, which is important on a power play. You want all the zone time you can get. Set it up down low to Isaiah Lee. He's able to work it up to the right slot.
Wow, nice shot by number 14, Sammy Trieger, and their goaltender is able to reject it. And they kick it all the way down the ice, and the Crushers are able to gather it in. Hempfield's all over them, though.
Yeah,
Crushers got a chance to get an advantage here.
But here's going to be a 3-on-2 coming back.
Had the right idea.
That they did.
Minute and 20 seconds left on the power play. We got a lot of action down there by the goal. Everybody exchanging pleasantries, want to know how the family's doing, all that good stuff. And they're still jawing at each other a little bit.
They're going to move this face-off outside. Another rule in hockey is that the play ends because of a goalie covering, and the defensemen come below the tops of the circles. The face-off actually goes outside. It's one of the ways to avoid having too many guys joining that party. That happens sometimes at the front of the net. So if you're the Crushers, really want to avoid, having your defenseman creep in and move that face-off outside. But Mark Pasniak able to bring it in, and another good save by Ben Francis.
We're seeing some real good goaltending here tonight. On both ends of the ice. And here we go. We got a one-on-one.
One-on-one. Braden Pearson with some good defensive effort there to keep that opportunity from happening.
And here come the Crushers. 50 seconds still on the power play.
Haven't had it set up for a little bit. Kind of been all on the rush lately, and let's see if they're able to get this set up and hopefully maybe look for one or two passes for an open guy.
We got the goal.
We got a goal. Braden Pearson.
Are they going to give it to number 7?
It looks like Isaiah Lee might have tipped it just in front of the net.
So Pearson put it on the net.
Pearson put the shot on net, and it's going to be Isaiah Lee who tips it in, and that's his second point of the night. Already has an assist. And
well, now the game's 2-2, and the Crushers score on the power play, and we're back to square one, as they say. Battling for playoff spots here this evening. The standings have McCort in 5th place and Hempfield in 7th place. And with a win, Hempfield can tighten things up. I don't believe they'll move up, but they can tighten things up. So Crushers want to hang on and get this win and hang on to that 5th spot. Here comes Hempfield on the attack.
So we challenged McCord after falling down early to respond, and they certainly did. And now Hempfield's trying to.
Yeah, they're all over it now.
Stevie Sanders makes 3 unbelievable saves back to back to keep this game tied at 2. And that's a momentum stopper for Hempfield. You get a good look like that, and Stevie Sanders is able to rise to the challenge and make a big save. That's huge for the Crushers.
12:31 left in the second period. It's all tied at 2. Hempfield and Bishop McCort working hard on both ends of the spectrum. Got to give both teams a lot of credit.
Top lines for both squads here, or actually our second line. A lot of speed from this Hempfield group. And
oh boy.
Pryor gets caught flat-footed on the blue line, and we got a 3-on-1 coming back the other way. A nice couple passes, and a big save by Stevie Sanders.
Wow, that could have been a disaster. It had all the looks of a disaster, didn't it?
Oh, certainly, yeah. With all of that speed, and Jack just able to not quite get a good stick on the blue line.
Can't get it out of our zone here. The longer it's in there, that's not fun.
More time, because that's what happens.
Hempfield is able to put it in. You just felt that it was in that offensive end way too much. And so Hempfield now goes up 3-2, trying to get to figure out who
that's J.J. Williams, and
got
I believe
him.
that's his second of the game. Number 71, J.J. Williams.
How is he on the season, Coach?
He's their leading scorer. He averages 1.4 points a game, so certainly living up to that standard as well. Missed a game, but in his 15 games played, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points. So You can kind of tell one of the leaders for this club, and certainly making his status known today, putting up 2 goals early.
Crusher's got to respond. They got to answer.
Yeah, game's all about momentum.
Hempfield getting the better of it right now. They're controlling the puck. They just scored. They got a little more jump in their step than the Crushers do right at this moment.
Yeah, you were hoping that power play goal especially would switch momentum, but shortly after that kind of went back in Hempfield's favor. So we'll see if McCort can answer it here with just over 10 minutes to go.
I'll tell you what,
period.
Hempfield, they're pushing the action. They had 3 guys attacking the puck on in our defensive end right there, and they're hanging on to it. They really are. We've got to step it up on our defensive end and get that puck out of there and get it in our offensive end.
Yeah,
it's been down there way too long.
Way too long, and just getting a little too cute with it. I think there's.
I'll take that one. I'll take that.
That's not a bad play. Brady Dolgus goes and sends it down for the icing. Knowing his group's tired and knowing the risk of just not getting that puck out of the zone, like we just saw in that last line, which ended up with a goal against. So smart play there by Brady Dolgus just to fire that down and take the icing and let some fresh bodies come out and slow the game down. You just talked about how aggressive Hempfield was being and really had a quick jump in those last couple shifts. So that's a smart veteran move by senior Brady Dolgus to kind of relax the game a little bit and just take a deep breath and say, all right, we're all right. Let's get some fresh bodies and take our time.
Fighting for the puck in Hempfield's offensive end. Crushers trying to clear it, and they do, but Hempfield gathers it up in the neutral zone, and they're back on the attack in their offensive end. Oh, that one was laying out there.
That's a big block. Marcus Anderson putting his body on the line just to make sure that one didn't get to Stevie. And a turnover in front.
Stevie just jumps on it and says, hey, I'm going to hold it right here, and we're going to have another face-off. 9 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second quarter. It is Hempfield 3 and the Crushers 2. Crusher's got to get something going on the offensive end here, Coach.
Yeah, they get lucky there. They sent that puck down. Wasn't quite icing because ref thought a Hempfield player could have gotten to it. And a little bit of zone time, but that's quickly nullified as Hempfield's out of their zone. Now a couple turnovers in the neutral zone. And Hempfield with a good opportunity here. Nice save by Stevie, and he clears that rebound into the corner. Doing an excellent job of controlling those most of the night.
You're showing some real fundamentals there by Stevie. He knew what he had to do. He knew where he had to clear that puck, and he did a great job.
Yeah, he's done well all night, just eliminating second and third chances. And, that's a huge component of being a goaltender.
Kind of seems like nobody wants it right now.
Yeah, they're just getting rid of it a little too quick. Pearson had a little bit more time and didn't quite make a great play, and all of a sudden a turnover. And
number 71.
That's going to be J.J. Williams' hat-trick goal, his third of the game already with 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So he's adding to that 9-goal season.
And Hempfield goes up 4-2 with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second period. And when we got this opportunity, the campus ministry team, the 4Bs, belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding. Mrs. Ravetti, Father Crookston, Chris Schumacher, Dylan Dorian, Morgan Casto, Tim Hornick, Mike Bako, the entire school and administrative team. Growing our Catholic faith each and every day. The 4Bs, belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding.
Loose puck here in the Crushers' defensive zone, and they really just need to find a a group that can possess a little bit of offensive zone time and start to slow this speedy Hempfield offense down. Max Martz leads the Spartans up through the zone. Nice defensive play there by Marcus Anderson. He's able to win a puck battle in the corner.
Hempfield's able to keep it in. Nice defensive play on their end of the spectrum. And now the Crushers got a little bit of a 3-on-2 here. Firing it on the net. They can't make it hit. It goes wide to the left. And now Hempfield might get an opportunity here on their offensive end.
They got numbers, but a great play by Jack Pryor to go and eliminate a potential scoring chance there. And now the puck comes out. Number 15 for the Crushers, Nico White, looking to make a play on it with Isaiah Lee, but they're unable to, and Hempfield's now back down the other way. Nice
Sanders
by
with a stave. Shots on goal, Hempfield 21, your Crushers 12, and we got to put some more shots on their goaltender.
Yeah, it's gone the other way now. Nice shot.
Oh, there it is, laying on the deck.
Connor Hewitt.
Oh, good hustle.
What we're talking about, gets one on net. Nico White goes for the follow-up, just not able to get it to bounce to his stick. And for the first time in a while, it feels like the Crushers have a little bit of offensive momentum.
Well, keep the faith and hang tough. You know, I mean, it's 4-2, but there's still a lot of hockey left to be played in this game. And that, I don't know, isn't it really an old saying that the worst lead in hockey is a 2-goal lead? Is that really honest, a true statement?
It's a true statement. You know, 2-goal lead. If you're able to score one, all of a sudden it's 1-goal lead, and you're able to start working a little bit of momentum. Once you get that second one, you feel pretty invincible. So I think it'll be, certainly a challenge. I don't think there's any good deficit to have, but I like that old saying in our favor here. I'd like to see the Crushers get one before the second period ends. Go reset at the intermission break, and then come back out for the third period, well rested and ready to capitalize.
Well, other than the power play goal, I believe Hempfield's had a little bit of the better here in this second period.
It certainly has, yeah. That power play, I was hoping would kind of spark the offensive lineup, and it kind of, I think, woke up Hempfield for the second half of this period. Shots were, I believe, at one point almost 16-12, so I think that was since the power play's been a 5-1 shot advantage for the Spartans, including 2 goals in that time frame. So,
and Hempfield face off in their offensive end. Everybody's battling for it, and the Crushers look like they've gained possession here. They're able to get it out of their defensive end. Nice play by number 14.
Good play by Sammy Traeger, but not quite able to get that puck on net.
In the middle. Get it in the middle.
And again, they've had a couple even good chances this period that just haven't found their way to the net. So, certainly when you're only looking at 13 shots in a game, you want to increase that number, and you just can't, try to get too cute with it. You got to put these on net and go to the net for that rebound.
Crushers trying to pull it together and make something happen. Nice pass. And it's a... Oh, they're saying it went...
Oh, they're going to count that one.
Oh, they're going to count that goal.
It was Canizero put it in. Everyone in the building thought it went in. Referee said no, and Kenny Billings said, I'll just confirm that. Let me go ahead and put this one in. So it looks like that goal is going to go to Kenny. But certainly a great play there by Ben Canizero. And not quite sure where that ended up, but he'll get an assist on that. Kenny will get the goal, and the secondary assist will be another one for Sammy Trigger, his second point of the night.
Well, it's 4-3 now, and the Crushers are back in this thing. Just some good effort, and I wasn't sure if that thing hit the crossbar or not, but then the official called it a goal, and I'm like, okay, let's do it, 4-3, and let's keep the pressure on them, Bishop McCort.
Yeah, that was a good shift. A couple chances there by the Crushers and able to capitalize on a good one. Started by sophomore Ben Canizero being able to put that puck on net. And smart play by Kenny Billings just to, play to the whistle. Play till you're sure of it and didn't do anything silly. He went and slapped that puck.
Everybody kind of slowed down because they thought it went off the crossbar, and Billings just kept playing, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
I think
pretty much what he did.
I think everyone thought it went in. The ref, who had a good view, said no. That hit the, because the back crossbar underneath the net is not padded. So sometimes if it hits that, you hear the same noise you'd hear as the regular crossbar. And I think everyone in the building on our side kind of thought Ben was able to hit that back crossbar inside of the net. Referee said no, that was the outside crossbar, and Kenny said, hey, I'll just take care of business here and slide this in the empty net.
The play's not over till it's over. Keep playing till you hear a whistle.
Yeah, because that would have been the worst case scenario, as everyone thinks that goes in, and we don't even get credit for it.
So it's 4-3. The Crushers just keep battling. And, Coach, I got to pull something out of my my vocabulary bag here this evening. We got the makings of a Donner book, my friend.
That we do, a little back and forth action, and it's been very fast-paced. I think both of these teams have strength in their speed, and another good chance by Hempfield, and another big save by Stevie Sanders. But that's where if you're McCort, you got to not
nice defensive play there by, I believe
play.
that was number 27, Marcus Anderson.
Great play, and he follows that up with another one at the point. Yeah, if you're McCort, it looks like Hempfield has a little bit of an advantage in the speed game, so you just can't let them turn this into a track meet. You want to, possess the puck when you get it. I think right now the big adjustment McCourt's going to have to make is they're going to have to control these pucks just a little bit more. And
here we got an opportunity.
Off the post.
Off the
Kenny
post.
Billings.
Great effort by Billings, though. He's having himself a pretty nice evening here this evening.
Yeah, he's certainly on McCourt's side, that speed burner that they have, and he's able to show it off there. He skated around the defenseman, making it look easy. So,
Coach, from up here it looks easy. Like, many times I'm like, just put it in the middle, put it in front. It's a little harder than that, is it not?
Yeah, they're moving so fast, and I think sometimes with the puck on their stick, we get a good visual of where we think it should go with it, but they don't always quite have that look. And that's I think all the coaches of all the sports, of all the team sports, will tell you that's where communication becomes a huge contributor to a game like this. And if you're able to tell one of your teammates where you are, they might not need to have that vision if they're able to hear where you're at and make a play based on that. And we got a 2-on-1 coming the other way by Hempfield here. No.
They're calling it. They're calling it a goal. And he's explaining to Stevie what happened to it, where it went and how it went in. And so now it's 5-3 Hempfield. Take a look at our bench here. And Coach McQuillan is like, hey, fellas, come on now. How about that replay, huh?
I know. I didn't quite see it. Stevie was in our view. It looked like it hit that post, and
I think it hit the post and went to the other side and hit inside the post and came back. And they're saying that's a goal. And I don't know.
They're counting it. I saw Damasick, the ref, make a motion that it looked like it rimmed inside of the net, but those nets are pretty heavily padded, and a lot of times is able to control the puck and almost get it to stop down there. So again, who knows really
Hempfield
where
gets
that
a goal,
went, but Hempfield's going to get one, and it's going to be 5-3, and a turnover by Pasniak. Gets a look, not able to quite do anything with it, just out of his reach of the
okay, and I'm not being critical of our guys, but it seems like you hang on to it too long sometimes,
Yeah, didn't quite get a look from the front of the net. Tried to work it behind to see if anyone would open up. And Hempfield did a good job of eliminating any of the offensive threats that we had. McCort, with 1:52 left in the period, working in the offensive zone. Not able to get it to the front of the net despite trying here. Isaiah Lieb works it to Pasniak in the corner. Oh, we're going to get a whistle because the net was off just when McCort had a bunch of momentum.
You goaltenders, you have a way of knocking that thing off, don't you?
I know, a little sneaky, convenient little post slide off.
5-3 Hempfield, 1:41 before the end of this second period. And in between the periods when they cut the ice, we're going to have a guest up here. Vinny Canizero is going to be coming up, talking about youth hockey in the Johnstown area.
Yeah, Vinny's doing a lot of good things with the Johnstown Warriors group, so excited to hear what he has to say. And We got an offsides call on the Crushers trying to enter the zone now with 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the second. And a big 1:30 here. Let's see what the Crushers are able to come up with. Feel like the last 30 seconds they had momentum since the last Hempfield goal, but doesn't do us any good if we don't get out of the period. And Isaiah Lee's going to get kicked out of the face-off draw. Looked like Mark was kind of sneaking in the play behind him.
Those officials, they get a little perturbed with that at times, don't they?
Yeah, so actually it's 2 face-off violations. Is a minor penalty, so something to keep an eye on.
For an individual.
No, so if your center gets kicked out and you replace him, and then that center gets kicked out as well, it's actually a minor penalty for delay of game. So that second center has to be a little careful not to jump the gun too much, but honestly, a rare penalty. I haven't seen called much. I think most of the time, by the time that second center lines up, the ref's pretty quick to drop it just to make sure that there's no risk and no issues with.
So we've got a face-off in Hempfield's offensive end. The Crushers are able to control it. 5-3 Hempfield with 1 minute and 17 seconds on a moving clock here in the second period. Crushers trying to mount one last offensive charge if they can. And here we go.
Just out of the reach of Canizero. Nice play by Trieger trying to push it up. Now Hempfield's going to go the other way here. They got numbers. They got a 4-on-2 developing as Crushers are late to get back.
And Hempfield gets their 6th goal, and now Hempfield makes it 6-3 with 47.4 seconds left before the end of this second period. And hang in there, Stevie. Come on, brother. Hang in there.
Yeah, that's 93. That's name done yet. Maddox Wills. Maddox Wills with his first of the game, and that's another goal for their third line. And been certainly contributing
I
to
get
the
the
game.
feeling that Hempfield has got some players back the last few weeks, okay? Because they really struggled until the last couple of weeks this season. We got a broken stick here. Crushers put a shot on goal, but it's stopped by the goaltender. 6-3 Hempfield, 39.7 seconds left in the second period. And we'll be talking to our guest here between second and third period, Vince Canizero. Shots on goal, Hempfield 26, Crushers 15. Here comes Hempfield. Looks like they got a little 2-on-2, maybe a little 3-on-2. They put it in front. They can't get it. Here come the Crushers the other way. 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 11 seconds. Crushers have control of it. They're going to get a shot. It's blocked by their goaltender, and he's been standing tall tonight. And that's going to take us to the end of the second period. Hempfield 6, Crushers 3. We're going to take a break from friends of the Crusher Sports Network.
Martella's family-owned pharmacy has been caring for you and about you since 1964. With 6 convenient locations, we're always here for you, providing personalized service that goes above and beyond. Martella's offers a wide range of services from free prescription delivery to being the only regional pharmacy to offer Medipack, organizing your medications in easy-to-tear-off packets. Martella's, caring for you and about you since 1964.
And we're back on the CSN, the Crusher Sports Network. I want to give a shout out to our stream producer, Dr. Fran Brown. She's keeping us organized here this evening. And this takes us to the break as they cut the ice between the second and third period. Our good friend Vincent Canizero joins us here this evening. And Vincent is the Chief Operating Officer of Educational Development Software. He's involved with the Johnstown Warriors hockey for 12 years. He's been president of the league for 6 years. Married to Christy Canizero, the owner of Snapshot Digital Photography. They have 3 children, Ben, Jacob, and Andrew. And welcome welcome to the stream. You're in the dream, brother.
Yeah, I guess I am. Huh? What's going on? How you doing?
Good, doing good, brother. Doing real good. Vinny, been a kind of an up and down game before we get to what we really want to talk about. But it's been kind of an up and down game, has it not?
Yeah, it really has. It's just back and forth, back and forth. We kind of had some defensive situations where it just seemed like we kind of lost track of the puck, and they put it in.
And we got to give you your due. Your sons are out there playing some ice hockey here this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben, he was out there. He had a nice shot there. Looked like it went in, but at least we got the goal.
There you go. Well, we talked about that play on the air, and it looked like everybody kind of just stopped.
Oh, yeah, I was sitting right behind the net. It actually hit 2 posts.
And I think
right
it was
behind.
Billings that came in and ended up actually getting the goal.
Correct. Billings he didn't stop playing, which was perfect.
But that Canizero boy gets an assist, does he not?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the assist
Well,
is bad.
Vince, you obviously are been involved, with the Johnstown Warriors for a long time. It's youth hockey in the Johnstown area. So, can you kind of go through the ages before we get into all the teams? Okay, like what kind of ages are we looking at to play in the youth hockey league?
Oh, anywhere from 4 years old to 18. And really, if you can put on a pair of skates and skate, usually they say USA Hockey says around 4. It helps the little guys' ankles develop. Around 4 years old is the time my kids put on skates, and it's about the time everybody does for their mites.
Now, before we really get to, number of teams and these morning mites and all that, you have a dry land facility.
Yeah, absolutely. This year.
Talk about that.
Yeah, this year we got the board to vote in a dryland facility over next to Ziggy's Sports. And we worked all summer long to put it together. We have turf in there. We have weightlifting equipment. We have state-of-the-art computers in there for the kids to work on hockey sense, hand-eye coordination. It's not only going to help them on the ice, it's going to help them in school. It's going to help them to work different parts of their brain that they never worked before. So Cortex comes in and they train our players about 3 or 4 times a week. We try to get them in there, each team in there at least once a week, and get them ready. And then before games, they go in there and they warm up.
Well, we had mentioned just a few minutes ago that there's roughly 300 youth hockey players in your programs from ages 4 to 18 years of age. Now, there are 18 teams? You have 18 teams.
Oh, yeah, counting the mites, we got 18 teams running. So we have about 10, we have one 18U team, we have 3 16U teams, we have 3 14U teams, we have 3 12U teams, and we have 4 10U teams and 3 mite level teams.
And there are young ladies involved in this, right?
Absolutely. We got a nice 14U girls team. We're hoping to continue that this coming tryouts, where we're hoping to have a 12U team, a 14U, and a 19U team, but it really all depends. Hopefully come out April for tryouts. We posted the dates, and we'll have sign-ups coming up here soon.
Now, this morning mites program, is that like a Saturday morning type thing, or?
Yeah, so it's nice and early in the morning.
Okay, how nice and early in the morning, Vinny? Just out of the sheerest of curiosity.
So it runs about 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning, somewhere around there.
And I can remember bringing my sons down at that time on a Saturday morning, cussing out the president of the league, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But you weren't president then, okay? Yeah. But you got a lot of, 83 kids coming out here at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning, man. That's
Absolutely.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and a lot of volunteers. It's awesome. I mean, just to get those little guys out there early in the morning. Think about it. You got the rest of your day. You wake up early in the morning, get your kids out on the ice, and then you got the rest of your day to do whatever you want to do, and that's why I love hockey.
Okay, I'm buying that. I'm buying it the whole way. Vinny, anything else that maybe you want to add about the Warriors program that maybe we haven't touched upon? And, you said, can you talk about tryouts and how would people get is there a way to emails or anything to get a hold of you? How would that work?
Sure. If you need any more information, we have our Johnstown Warriors Facebook page. We always update that every time we have an announcement. But also, you can email me at johnstownwarriors@gmail.com. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help you with it. If your child's new to skating, I can lean them in the right direction where we can get them started and get them into mites. So that's the biggest part. Get your kid into mites. You'll love every bit of it.
Well, I know that parents ask this question, like, do you help them if they need to get equipment, things like that, if they're just starting out?
Absolutely. We do our best. Little Pens, we always say sign up for Little Pens. They give you equipment. They'll give you so many sessions. We're doing a session right now at the War Memorial up until March where you can sign up for Little Pens. They give you, it's like $250 to $350. You get 10 sessions. Plus, they give you all the equipment for your child, the stick, the helmet, the pads, everything you will get with that. But if you need equipment and say you don't sign up for Little Pens, we can figure out a way to get you equipment and get you started. The Penguins was nice enough to donate a lot of equipment to our organization. They're really going to fit anywhere from 8U to 4 years old, that equipment, but we'll be able to get you the equipment if we need to.
Well, Vinny, any shout-outs? Anybody you want to give a shout-out out there to?
Well, my mom and dad's in Florida right now, and they're actually watching this right now. My wife's side of the family is watching this. So, hi, guys. Appreciate you guys watching them play hockey tonight and supporting them. And other than that, that's probably it.
Well, Vinny Cannizzaro, the president of the Johnstown Warriors Hockey League, thanks for joining us, and thanks for promoting youth hockey in the Johnstown area.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
And go Crushers.
Go Crushers all the time.
Well, if we're going to take a little break from Friends of the Crushers Sports Network.
Are you looking for the best part-time job in Cambria and Somerset County? Join the McElwain team. Our bus lines serve local school districts, including Greater Johnstown, Westmont Hilltop, Conemaugh Township, Forest Hills, Shade Central City, Berlin Brothers Valley, and Somerset area. This extremely rewarding part-time job provides great supplemental income. As a McElwain team member, you will enjoy clean, new equipment, as well as holidays, weekends, and summers off. Apply online today or call 814-288-1594.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network. We're at the end of the second period. They're cutting the ice. It's Hempfield 6, our Bishop McCort Crushers 3. It's been an up-and-down battle, and the Crushers have been hanging in there. But, Coach, we're going to give some updates about girls basketball, okay? Now, first off, Coach, in the Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference, the girls are the number 1 seed in the West. Hollidaysburg is the number 1 seed in the East. Now, we're not sure if it's Bishop Carroll or Central Cambria, but one of them is going to be the number 2 seed in the West, and the number 2 seed in the East is Bishop Guilfoyle. Now, all 4 of those teams have made the LHAC playoffs. On Thursday night, Bishop McCort will host Bishop Guilfoyle at Bishop McCort at 7 o'clock, almost like a home game, okay? On the other side, Hollidaysburg is going to host either Bishop Carroll or Central Cambria, and I think they're still going through the tiebreakers with all that stuff. But and right now, the winners are scheduled to play for the LHAC Championship on Saturday. And for all of our listeners, we are going to definitely stream the Thursday night semifinal game, and we'll let you know about Saturday because we're not sure about weather and are they going to change locations and times and things of that nature. But our girls got a shot at that LHAC championship. Come out and see them play BG in the semifinals this Thursday at 7 p.m. at Bishop McCort. Now, thinking about the girls in the District 6 tournament, the girls are the number 1 seed in District 6 2A. And following them in this order, Penns Manor, Southern Huntington, Bellwood, Portage, Claysburg, Homer Center, Mo Valley, West Branch, and Northern Cambria. I believe they'll only take 8 out of the girls' tournament, but I'm not positive on that. But our girls have definitely qualified for the District 6 tournament. So a lot of good things happening there. And just keep listening about when we're going to stream different games. But we're definitely going to stream this Thursday the semifinals of the LHAC.
Yeah, very talented group. I actually got a chance to watch them up close and personal yesterday. Went to the game when they beat Penn Cambria. Coach Hahn, just another tremendous role model that McCort is so lucky to have, and he's been doing a great job. So we're certainly, my wife Haley and I, we're big girls basketball fans, and it's been an awesome, awesome season for the girls, and we're super excited to see how they finish this season strong.
And on the boys' end, our boys basketball team finished the season at 11-11. They have qualified for the District 6 2A boys tournament, and they're definitely going to take 8 on the boys' end. This is the order: West Branch, Portage, United, Northern Cambria, Homer Center, Bishop McCort, Claysburg, and Penns Manor. If it ended today, Bishop McCort would go to United, but it's not over till it's over. But the boys are definitely in the tournament. A little shout out there to Coach Fowler, and a shout out to Coach Hahn for making all those good things happen.
Yeah, 2 excellent
Bishop
role
McCort.
models that we have at Bishop McCort. Coach File and Coach Hahn, I've known both for a long time, and have been influential in my life as you know, a young and up-and-coming coach of just doing things the right way, treating guys the right way, and we're lucky to have them.
Well, Coach, as we move into this third period, both teams out warming up now, and it's 6-3 Hempfield. So, what do you tell McCord in between periods here? What are you telling your guys?
I think you tell them. I mean, this is a much closer game than you let it be the last 5 or so minutes of that second period. I think things just got a little bit sloppy, and sometimes when you're down a goal or two, you start to push, and I didn't quite think we needed to do that. So certainly you're going to need shots, and only having 16 through 2 periods, I don't know if averaging 8 a period, I don't think 8 gets you 3 goals this period. So you're going to have to find a way to get pucks to the net and, you know, keep following that puck to the net. And just like Kenny did on our last goal, you got to work your way down there, and if you get a chance to bury it, you got to bury it. But I think there's got to be one early here. If you're the Crushers, you got to come out with your best foot forward and, you know, make this 6-4 and make Hempfield think about it a little bit.
And I'm going to take the role of the Hempfield head coach. And I'm telling my guys, look, we've been playing great the last 2 weeks. We have a chance to solidify his playoff spot. This win would go a long way. Do not take your foot off the gas, and just keep firing the pucks on the net and put it in the net, and let's get a win tonight. And if I'm the Hempfield coach, that's going to be my attitude about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need to do. They need to keep playing the way they've been playing the end of that second period. And the other thing they got to do is just keep getting pucks deep, not turn them over. And you know, time is certainly on their side. So if you have to make McCort skate at 200 feet every chance you get, it's going to make it a much more difficult obstacle for them to come back. And they come right away. They're coming quick in the offensive zone.
And you know, that old saying, always play to win. Don't play not to lose, okay?
Right.
And Hempfield's got to do that. If they get on their heels, that plays right to McCort. That gives McCort an advantage right away.
Absolutely, yeah. You definitely don't want to give this McCort team any offensive zone time. I think that's where you've seen the threats come in. We're starting to see the identities of these two teams stand out. Hempfield certainly using their speed and likes to be on the rush, whereas McCort likes to take their time and set things up in the offensive zone and again, get that good look. But you know, that's not going to be the case here in the third period. They're going to have to make some plays quick. So another save by Stevie Sanders to start. Hempfield coming out strong to start the third. 40 seconds into this period, and it has been all in the Crusher end.
Crusher's trying to put something together here. Early in this third period.
Had Pearson on the backside, just not able to get it through. It's Pasniak.
15:52 on a moving clock here in the third period. Hempfield 6, the Crushers 3.
They come back with speed, but a great play by Marcus Anderson before he's bodied and turned over.
we got a call here, Coach. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, it's going to be against us. Not quite sure what it's going to be. I didn't see.
Well, there was an altercation in front of their goaltender. They've pulled their goaltender.
Yep, they got the extra attacker for the power play and a chance to score, and they
get it in.
Bury it.
So there was a penalty on the Crushers, and the Crushers could not gain contain of the puck. Hempfield had contain of the puck. They took the goalie. They pulled the goalie. They get the one-man advantage, and they go up 7-3. And I'm not sure what the penalty was, though. Now, we won't have to serve the penalty now, right? Because
correct. That penalty will not be served unless it would have been a 5-minute major, but I didn't see anything that would have made me believe that. So 2-minute penalty will be written on the score sheet but will not be served, and Hempfield takes a 7-3 lead. And that goal was scored by number 4, Colby Heron, his first of the game.
14:54. Clock is moving. So from a coach's standpoint, Boston, and even from the senior standpoint, you're down 7-3. It's an uphill battle, but you got to keep battling.
Absolutely, yeah. And like we said when we were talking about some of the basketball standings, you never know what these tiebreakers are going to look like. And I know one that's often used in hockey is goals against. So you certainly never want to be given up opportunities for the puck to end up in your net. And I think, for the guys, for Stevie playing on his senior night too, you definitely want to stand tall in front of him. So I don't expect to see any quit from the Crushers as Pasniak comes down with a good opportunity, but another good save by Ben Francis.
I'm going to have to think that Ben Francis has been the difference in the game tonight.
Yeah, he's played really well. I mean, McCourt's 17 shots on goal, and I think each one that they've got has been hard fought and has not come easy. So he's certainly done a great job. Just like Stevie has in our net, he's done a good job eliminating second and third chances, and I think that's going to be a big difference here as we start to wind down this clock. Kept in by Pearson, and now we see the Crushers with a little bit of offensive zone time. Isaiah
almost
Lieb.
one trickled in there.
Yeah, Isaiah Lieb threw it out in front, and actually I think came off a Hempfield player's skate. But Ben Francis able to jump on it before that puck crosses his goal line, and that's another save.
And he's got 24 saves on the evening.
Love to see McCort be able to get another power play here and maybe give one more chance at switching this momentum for good, but gonna be a difficult uphill battle. Down 4 with 13:43 left. Here's an opportunity for Pearson. He's coming in. Tries to bring it to the front, not able to get it there. Good defense by, that's the captain of Hempfield, number 44, Austin Heron. So I'm gonna take a guess that it was his brother who got the last goal, Colby Heron. So you see the Herons making some big plays. Wow, there was a good look there by Austin Heron.
We seem a little out of sync right now, Coach.
Yeah, I was thinking we're just starting to push the pace just a little bit too much, and we start running around. That's kind of what I thought at the end of the second as we started to fall apart a little bit at the end there. It's just trying to make too many plays, and I think hockey, the more you force it, the more out of position you get and the more opportunities you end up giving actually the other way. Right on cue. Here's another good entry by Hempfield, but another good play by Marcus Anderson. I've said his name a couple times here lately.
Just sort of kicking around the rink right now. Nobody seems to be taking charge of anything now. We've got a interference.
I believe it's going to be a penalty on.
I believe it's on Hempfield, is it not?
looks like we're going to have 2 on Krupe for hooking.
That's on number 86, yes.
Nick Krupe, 2 minutes hooking.
A lot of debate over there,
Well,
though.
he's also given a 10-minute misconduct.
Oh.
And he's signaling to the bench. It looks like he was running his mouth. Yeah, it looks like he might have said something that he didn't agree with the call. The ref said, hey, I'm not going to deal with that. You'll sit for 10. And that's the top line center for Hempfield. So all of a sudden, 12 minutes, 27 seconds.
Doesn't look like it's a situation where he won't be able to play next game.
No, it shouldn't roll over to the next game. But with only 12 minutes and 27 seconds
We got another guy in there.
Yeah, so he'll serve the 2 minutes. So at the end of this 2 minutes, that player who just stepped into the box will be released.
And so now the Crushers have a 5-on-3 advantage with 12 minutes and 13 seconds on a moving clock.
Oh, it'll be 5-on-4. It's only one penalty.
Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, so
all right, I get it.
One serve and one kind of sit.
I stand corrected there, Coach. So the Crushers still have an advantage, and they've got to pull it together and try to get down here and get a goal here.
Yeah, especially with time running thin. You caught it, Ralph. We do got a 5-on-3 coming up because Mark just drew another tripping penalty by Hempfield. So
put it in front. Just put it in front of the net.
We got to try to make a play here. Give us a little bit more time on the 5-on-3.
I think we hang on to it a little bit too much now and again.
Oh,
I thought that one was going in.
Trigger.
Now it looks like the officials have blown it all dead.
But we are going to have our second Hempfield penalty here of the third period. It's going to give us a 5-on-3 for a full minute
and 6 seconds. Well, we got to make some hay here now. You know, you get a goal here and maybe get another goal, and suddenly you're back in this thing. 7-3, Hempfield, 11 minutes and 32 seconds left before the end of the game. The Crushers should be having a 5-on-3 advantage. That's the way we see it, right, Coach?
That is correct. They are going to have a 5-on-3 advantage, and they're going to take a minute to talk this over.
And we're going to take
call a timeout.
We're going to take a break from Friends of the Crushers Sports Network.
For over a century, Thomas Automotive has been redefining the car buying experience. One person, from start to finish, you'll work with the same person with no transitions or turnovers. Upfront pricing. All of our vehicles are clearly marked with their best upfront price. Commission-free sales team. Our salespeople are not paid on the price you pay. Our team works for you, not a commission. Transparency in everything we do. Buy with confidence, drive with confidence. Thomas Automotive.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network. 11 minutes and 32 seconds left before the end of the game. The Crushers have a 5-on-3 advantage. They have an opportunity to cut into this lead. And Boston, like 5-on-3. Is that something that you would actually practice at practice? Do you do that?
Yeah, so the power play is something that you definitely spend a lot of time working on. And I would say a fraction of that, maybe about 10% of that, you would allow it to be a 5-on-3 situation. So it should be something they're familiar with. They should have a set plan, and hopefully a play or two that should give them a pretty good look. But the big thing is going to be possession. You can't allow Hempfield to clear it because, especially with this much time left, can't afford to have to go back down and carry this the length of the ice. And we got a shot by Pearson, and that's a big save. Let's see if Hempfield's able to clear it. And they do. They get it all the way down. And as these power plays start to wind down, we got about 40 seconds remaining. So they're going to get right back up the ice, try to get into the zone and get set up.
And another shot on goal.
Good shot by Trigger, just a little high. Not able to get it on net. We're going to work it the other way. Here comes Pearson with a good opportunity. He misses the net, and that one comes all the way out of the zone.
Well, we're getting some opportunities in this situation, which is what you believe that you would happen, but you got to put it in the net.
Yeah, I got a little too fine with it. Just didn't have an opportunity. Another chance for Trigger.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
Another save by Ben Francis.
5-on-4 now.
They're back.
Well, the Crushers put some shots on goal, just couldn't put it in the net. 10-13, 10-12, the clock moving here in the third period. And
wow, another save by Francis there.
And there's another 30 seconds left on this one-man advantage for the Crushers, trying to put it in the net. Put it out front, can't handle it.
A little too high for Kenny Billings, who was looking. Mark Pasniak was looking for him. They'll work it back to Mark on this far side, back up to Pearson. He starts to walk. He gets it to Trieger. Trieger, another shot, just unable to put these on net. And we got 5 seconds left on this man advantage. And that'll do it for the 5-on-4. So back to even strength.
Nice little give and go there by the Crushers, but they can't make it go.
Good play and another big save by Francis, who made a few saves there, but for the most part, Crushers doing ourselves our own damage by just not being able to put pucks on net. So as we have
we got the net off of its moorings. We got fellas yipping and yapping to each other, and one of the Hempfield players is telling the McCort players to look at the scoreboard. I could read that body language for sure, okay.
Exchanging pleasantries as they skate back to the bench.
He had his stick and he was pointing at the scoreboard. So I think he was saying, hey, it's 7-3, brother. We're at even strength.
Crushers win the face-off, able to start the breakout, but Hempfield creates a turnover, and it's right back to McCort go now the other way. Dumped in. Hempfield's able to start breaking it out. They give a lot of space to Hempfield, who enters the zone, and a great job by Pryor. And that's it. I mean, it's a 4-goal lead with 8 minutes left, and you still see the Crushers putting their bodies on the line, being willing to block these shots. It shows you how much, again, I think Stevie in net means to them. And again, there's certainly not going to be any quit here. So look for the Crushers to do the best we can in this 8 minutes, but certainly try not to give any more up. Connor Hewitt behind our own net. He stick handles one too many times. And we're gonna get
now I think both of them are gonna go to the penalty box. I believe that's 71 for.
That's J.J. Williams for them. He had 3 goals today, so if he's gonna sit for 2 minutes, it might not worry our Crusher fans too much. And he'll be paired up with Connor Hewitt, who looks like they're both going to go for cross-checking. So getting a little frustrated in those corners and end up both taking penalties, but it will remain 5-on-5.
7-3. Hempfield, 7 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game. The shots on goal have evened out a little bit. We're at 22 for McCort and 27 for Hempfield. And we got an icing, I believe.
That will be icing.
Bringing it back down to our defensive end.
A lot can happen in 7:45, but if you're the Crushers, you got to think you need one, and you need it now.
Yeah,
so
you need it like instantaneously.
I don't know if Coach McQuillan's got any defensive zone. You know, sometimes we used to draw up a play where we try to break some guys on free runs, but, you know, it all comes back down to winning the faceoffs and just controlling this puck. But, again, I think taking care of the defensive zone is going to be the priority here. And good opportunity for Hempfield right in front. Maddox Will's not able to put his second in the net. He just misses. And another turnover here by the Crushers is going to lead to another good entry by
And here come the Crushers, but they don't have the numbers. But he's going to take it all the way anyway. He's going to score a goal.
By Kenny Billings.
Wow. Holy buckets, 7-4. What an effort by Billings, huh?
Oh, man, he really turned on the Jets there. Did not have the numbers, and I think the D saw that and said, all right, we got this guy right where we on him, but blink and you'll miss him. Kenny Billings able to beat everybody wide and tuck one in. And
excuse me, 7-4, not 7-5. My apologies.
7-4 with 7:08 left, and just like that, don't count the Crushers out. Really wish you would have been able to, that 5-on-3 now looks even more.
It's not over till it's over, brother. Not over till it's over. Crushers, a little 2-on-2 here.
Mark making
right out there in front.
Oh, man, had a couple chances, not able to get it. Never really got a great look. We were kind of working from the side of the net there. Isaiah Lieb tries to put one on net. And now Hempfield's coming back the other way with numbers. They got a 3-on-2 forming. And a good play and just an excellent shot
think
there.
they're going to get that goal, huh?
That's 37. That is Nino DiPietro. And that is his first of the night.
8-4, Hempfield. 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in this Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League 2A high school varsity hockey contest. 8-4, Hempfield. For everybody, if you're coming in late to the broadcast, the game was much closer than the score indicates here at 8-4 with 6:12 on a moving clock. Just kind of got away from us here, especially early in this quarter. Period, excuse me.
Yeah, McCort, knowing they were down on 3 goals going into this period, you definitely saw him trying to push. And when you're, desperate to get one, sometimes I think the defensive position takes a little bit of a back seat. So not quite able to hold up defensively as we would have wanted. And Hempfield certainly not stopping. They got another opportunity here, just out of reach in front of the net.
Little pop-up there that Sanders looks like he got it clean, fielded it clean, and we're going to have a face-off, and we have other people exchanging pleasantries down here. Let's not do that. Let's just finish the game as good as we possibly can. Okay, I understand frustrations and everything, but finish the game strong, and we'll play again tomorrow. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Finish it with class on both sides.
Another save by Stevie Sanders. That puck bounces out in front, and now we got the Crushers working the other way. Canizero up to Trieger, trying to work his way around. He does. Puts that right off the face mask of Francis, which he'll get credit for another save, but those ones never feel quite as good.
How much is that? Hurt a lot? Like you take it off the helmet like that?
It gives you a little ring. It makes a little noise to it, and it certainly doesn't feel great. Depending on where you catch it, those helmets are kind of shaped where if you get it on the side, it normally rolls off. But sometimes you get it right in the face mask. All that pressure just kind of ends up right on your forehead, and it certainly doesn't feel great, especially not when it's coming from a shot as hard as Sammy Trieger's. There's another one there.
Another shot on goal, but can't make it go high and wide. Hempfield on the attack again. Pressures thwart that, and they're trying to work it into their offensive end now, and they kick it on down, and we're going to have an icing call. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left in this ice hockey game. Hempfield 8, Crushers 4, and we're going to have a face-off in the Crushers' defensive end.
Oh, big opener.
We got a little collision there. Hey,
Yeah, both guys stay on their feet. Well taken.
not an easy thing to do when you're on ice skates.
No, sign of some good skating abilities from certainly number 37 for Hempfield, DiPietro, who has a goal today. He's shown excellent speed, and Isaiah Lee, who is a very talented skater himself. So they're both able to stay up. But now we're going to have a penalty on Hempfield. Looks like it's going to be a high stick. Saw Mark Pasniak kind of reach up, kind of at the bottom of his chin. Looked like he might have got hit with a high stick. And number 2, Max Martz, is going to go to the box, and he will serve 2 minutes.
Well, here's another chance. You're down 8-4. I understand with 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go, pretty tough to get in the game. But this is an opportunity you got to look at it like we're going to practice our power play, if nothing else.
Absolutely, yeah. Another chance to set it up, and certainly when you look at that goal differential in the standings, you're going to want this game to be a little bit closer on paper than it might be. So if you got a chance to set it up here and make the most of it, you got to do it. And another shot by Trieger, and just not able to get it on net. He's kind of had some probably the hardest shots today, and unfortunately just haven't been ones that have been able to find the back of the net.
We do want to remind all of our fans that right now we're planning on streaming the girls' Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference semifinal matchup at McCort this Thursday starting at 7 o'clock against Bishop Guilfoyle. In the other semifinal match, it'll either be Bishop Carroll or Central Cambria heading to Hollidaysburg, and the championship games are scheduled for Saturday. But pay attention to the weather reports because that could change everything. Little shot on goal. We can't get it to go. I got to give the goalie for Hempfield a lot of credit. Played a pretty solid game tonight.
Yeah, Ben Francis has just been, I think, really well, and especially the few chances McCort had to really bring this game back. You can credit Ben Francis with just making the timely saves and saying, Crusher's just not tonight. Not gonna be, not getting any easy ones, and certainly making us work for it.
We might have a breakaway here, but Sanders comes out of his goal and is able to clear it. And we do want to remind all of our Crusher fans that our Crusher hockey team has qualified for the playoffs, but there's a couple of regular season games left that could change those standings depending on how teams fare, win or lose. And we're going to have a breakaway. Sanders is going to step out and take them on. And Sanders does a nice job of poking it away, and he stops the next shot. And Sanders is going to play hard to the end. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, 2 good saves there. Had number 80, Johnny, and I lost his last name, Johnny Holtzman, on a breakaway. Holtzman not able to finish. Stevie came out and challenged him, made a great save, and then made a follow-up save on that and a shot from the corner. So, again, certainly no quit with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here from senior goaltender Stevie Sanders.
Eight to 4 Hempfield. 2:10. Clock is moving in the third period.
J.J. Williams for Hempfield with another great play. Gives it over to Nino DiPietro, who's unable to bury it. Stevie Sanders with another high-quality save. And, it's not very often giving up 8 goals where I think you give a little bit of credit to the goaltender. But time and time again today, we have given credit to Stevie Sanders for making some really spectacular saves. So, again, I'm sure not the way he wanted it to go, but 30 chances Hempfield has. They've had a lot of really high-quality ones, so a little bit of a breakdown defensively. And, again, that happens when you start to push the puck. But credit to Stevie. He's really been holding his own and making some big saves, and he's not able to make that one. That was an excellent shot. And
Hempfield gets their 9th goal, and it's 9-4 Hempfield. With 1 minute and 27 seconds left in this contest.
That was number 22, Evan Dunlap, a defenseman, ends up carrying it up and puts a good shot on goal. So Stevie, who just made a great save, not able to get that one as he was able to get beat short side and right underneath the bar. An excellent shot there from Evan Dunlap as we head to the final minute and 1:25 left of this game, and Hempfield's certainly not done trying. They get another shot on goal and another big save by Stevie Sanders.
When you're hungry, got to keep eating, right?
That's right. And for some of these guys, just like McCort has out right now, probably a couple younger guys that are getting a couple chances to a couple extra minutes of ice time with the score being a little bit out of reach. So, they're trying to make their mark on this game as well. So
and we gotta talk about Kenny Billings a little bit. He's had a pretty outstanding, might have his best night as a Crusher tonight.
Yeah, he's been excellent. I think he's had his speed on display, and I think that's obviously one of his key skill sets. So he looked real good, and another big goal there for that fourth one. And like we said, didn't even have the numbers, but just able to turn on the Jets, and he ends up with 2 goals tonight. In a spectacular performance. And Isaiah Lieb and Nate Reek have the other 2 goals for the Crushers as that rounds out our 4. Sammy Trieger had 2 assists. Mark Pasniak had an assist as well, so did Braden Pearson and Jack Pryor. So points from multiple Crushers today up and down the lineup.
47.3 seconds, the clock is moving.
Puck chip past Hempfield there, but it won't be an icing.
We had an opportunity to make a play, correct?
Yes.
That's the determining factor for officials, correct?
Correct. Yep. You'll see a referee normally wave it off and then point to the defender, normally in the area that he thought had a chance to make a play on it. And another big save on a breakaway by Stevie Sanders.
18 seconds left in the game.
Oh, and another big save there by Stevie Sanders with a little bit of help from Nico White playing defense for the Crushers.
9 seconds, 8 seconds, and Hempfield's going to win this thing 9-4.
We count down 3, 2, 1. And there's the final buzzer.
Coach, your final thoughts.
Great effort from McCort. It was nice to be here on their senior night. I know not the way these seniors wanted it to go, but hopefully a night that they'll remember, and great for their families to be here and everyone to be present, and just a great community, not only the Crusher community, but specifically the Crusher hockey community. So didn't go the way we wanted, but long season ahead, and hopefully we can make a playoff push.
Boston, it was my pleasure to work with you tonight. I had a great time. I had a lot of fun, and I wish you well, and hopefully we'll do it again sometime.
Absolutely, Ralph. It was my pleasure as well. It's an honor to be here.
Well, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? You've got to start seeing you the way God sees you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are more than a conqueror. You are created to have dominion, and you are blessed. Please understand all the positivity going on in your life, and do not allow negativity to creep into your mind. God bless all. Go Crushers, and we'll live to play another day.
Go Crushers.